Hi everyone, how you guys doing today? Right now it's about 12:20 p.m. and I thought I'd come on here live and wanted to share something with my community, my friends and family out there in the world. And many of you guys know that I'm a master instructor at Donato Karate Center. Been there for over 20 years, and so very exciting seeing lives change, and of course starting with my own kids, right? But anyway, uh, as you can see here, pictures of me when I was a kid and when I was a teen. And very quick story because my title for this chat and conversation with you, it's about reclaiming the power of vision, the power of foresight, and the power of goal setting. And I have to be honest with you that a lot of vision and goal setting, it's lost a lot of its meaning. At least for me, I believe it has, and I reclaimed it in a sense last year, going through what we went through, and we're still going through what we're going through right now. But I remember these pictures here just takes me back to a time when I was growing up in New York City. Many of you guys know that I grew up in New York City, grew up in the streets in the Bronx, and there were different mindsets when I was here at about 9 years old, and to about there when I think I just about to turn 17 years old, 16 or 17 years old in this picture here. Whoops, right there. Okay. Matter of fact, my son, see those little mustache there and the goatee? My son's getting those in right now because he's 17 years old. So my son's at that age right there. Okay. But I remember growing up in the streets, making a lot of bad choices and hanging out with the wrong people, the street element. I remember just doing the things that I was doing that I believe I was gifted with this gift of foresight, being able to envision myself, let's say later on down the line. And I remember one time that I decided to go out and commit a crime. I was, some of you guys might know that I grew up in the streets, and then I was in the gangs. So I was in the gangs, running with the street gangs, and I decided one night to go out and rob someone. And I'm not going to go through all the details, but I chose my target. And I remember I was extremely nervous, and I think I was about 14 or 15 years old. Maybe a little bit younger, probably think at 12 years old. But I remember I chose my target that I was going to rob. And I remember being very, very nervous, scared. I remember just my heart beating fast. And I then followed my target, confronted my target, and stole from my target. And obviously intimidated them, yelled at them, and scared them enough where they gave me what I asked for. And then I just walked away. And then as I was walking away, I could hear them screaming. And then I started, then I realized there were police following me. And then I started running. When I started running, the lights went on the police car. I guess they were just checking me. And then when I started running, obviously I was guilty. And I ran. The lights went on. They started chasing me. I remember running and feeling, not only afraid, but really in that moment, I saw myself later on. I had that foresight and that vision. Said, "Gosh, if I get arrested, I'm going to end up going to Spofford, like a juvenile detention center." And I know friends that went there and how that was, really, very dangerous place. You didn't want to go there. And I remember I started seeing all this happening for me. I just started envisioning myself going there and either, getting stabbed or killed or and so I was running afraid. And then I got away, but I'll never forget how I felt and knew that was not what I wanted for myself. So I had this vision based on that choice that I made. And by God's grace, I got away. My heart goes out to the person that I robbed. And I know it probably disrupted their life to a point where, my heart goes out to them right now. I reflect back. But I'll never forget the lesson that I learned when I was running, that this was not the life that I wanted. And so what I envisioned for myself, what I saw for myself in the future was not what I wanted. So I knew I had to change what I was doing. And so today I wanted to share this idea of reclaiming the power of vision, the power of having foresight, and to see where you're going based on the choices that you're making now. Now, thank God I am not in the streets. Thank God I'm in Mount Laurel and I'm an instructor. I'm making a lot of great choices with my family, with me as a person, as a teacher, as a human being, and I've come a long way. And so I wanted to talk today about that, talk about vision, talk about what to do to get to where you want to get to. A lot of times when parents ask me, our students ask me, okay, how do I help my child become better at being focused, disciplined, self-control, and all these things we parents want for our kids? It starts with that vision. What do you see for your child? So let me go ahead and I want to get rid of this picture here. And I have over here, I want to talk about, spend a little bit of time talking about where we are now to where we want to go, where our children are now to where we would like them to go, and where where I am now and where I would like to go. It's all the same thing. And so let me go ahead and talk about now, right now. So I'll bring to see my marker works well here. I'll use the green one. Okay, so right over here, I'm here. Okay, now where I am in my life is that I am happy. I'm happy with where I am right now, but I'm not satisfied. I'm happy. I have joy in my life. I have a wife that loves me, and we're going to celebrate 34 years together. I have children, a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old. Extremely proud of them because I did the best that I can. My wife, we did the best we can to pour into our children, and we lived a life. We were role models for our kids. And so I am happy where I am, very happy with where I am right now, but not satisfied. Something that I learned. Be happy, but not satisfied. Because once you become satisfied where you are, what happens is that you become complacent. You start thinking that there's nothing more to do, that you have arrived. And we all know that's the worst place to be. And I love this quote right below where it says, the future belongs to those who see possibilities before they become obvious. Now, I know that when I say to myself that, okay, I'm happy, that's it, I'm happy, I'm satisfied, the moment I say that, I realize there's more growth that I can get to. I can grow more, I can mature more. There's mistakes that I'll make because I became complacent. And so I learned that I need to be happy but not satisfied. So the question is, where I am now, where do I want to go? Okay, let's say I want to just simply be better. I want a better tomorrow. So tomorrow, better. So better tomorrow. Better tomorrow. Whether it's tomorrow or next week, next month, next year, in 5 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter. I want a better tomorrow. And so I have to ask myself, what's going to take me to a better tomorrow? And so that's my vision. So, okay, vision. So this becomes the vision. And this is what we're talking to our students this week about in our leadership program, vision. Okay, vision. We want vision. We want to be able to create a picture and an image of what we would like to become, where we would like to be, and then envision that and really lock in on that vision and own it. That becomes, your why. I want to get here. Why are you doing what you're doing? Because I want to get there. I want to get there. And so getting there are the steps, right? And let's say, for example, I have a couple of steps here, and let me use there. So I have one step here, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Okay, I have there, like I say, there's 4 steps I want to take that's going to bring me there to my vision, to being a better me, having a better tomorrow. And so I'll say, okay, what are those steps? Okay, so let's say there's, maybe for me, I want to make sure I improve mentally. Mental growth, maybe something that I know you decide, and then maybe emotionally, I want to build myself up emotionally, and then maybe psychologically. I want to build myself up psychologically. I have to, psych myself up so that I have, the psychology and understand that. And then physically, physically. I want to make sure that my body can get me to my better tomorrow. So I want a stronger mind, more empowered mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and physically, so I can get to my tomorrow. So maybe there's things I'm doing, specific things that I'm doing that let's call them goals. So this is where we're going to bring back the value and reclaim the power of goal setting. These are goals. And a lot of times we get locked into a goal. Okay, great. I want to build my mind, or maybe I want to go back to school. I want to read a book and learn, get some knowledge, get some wisdom, get some understanding. And then we set that as a goal. Read a book. Great. I read a book. Now what? We don't build on it, and we forget that goal is only a stepping stone, to where we want to go. It's not about the goal. And a lot of times we get so locked into the goal. No matter where we are, we get locked into that goal. We don't want to get locked into a goal. We want to commit to the goal. Why? Because we want to get there. And this is what we're telling our students, what I'm really teaching our instructors. Okay, it's not any one thing. It's your vision. Okay, maybe you're talking here, personally, professionally. Maybe you're working your way up there, but you want a better tomorrow. You want a vision, and you want to know where you're going, because that's your why. Why am I doing all this? Because of that. Okay, and so that's the one thing I wanted to share today. Another idea that I wanted to share with you is that creating, a straight line. Okay, I know I want to go up. Okay, and I know that there's steps that I'm taking going up in that one direction. I want to go straight this way. Okay, and so there's this idea. Okay, there's the shortest distance between 2 points is that straight line. Okay, and so let's say here, this is me here. Okay, this here, right over here. I'm my starting point there. And I'm starting here. This is my start, where I am. Okay, and I want to get to here. That's where I want to be. Okay, I want to get there. Okay, so now in life, we know the way life is, right? All kinds of things happen. So we're on our track here. We're going this direction. All of a sudden, something comes up, okay, and it distracts us, and we go over here, okay, and then we remember, we get something shiny, something cool, and we start getting off track. And then if we're not aware of it, we'll start getting so far off track, and we go over here, we're so far off track to where we want to get to, then we're not accomplishing our goal. So what we need to do is be aware. Assess, again, we talk about the 3 A's, your A game: awareness, assessment, and action. Be aware of where you are, what's going on around you, and what you're doing, and what your purpose is. And then assess what you're doing and where you are, and are you on track? If you're not, my goodness, get right back on track. Get back on track. So you get back on track, and you're moving forward, getting closer to where you want to get to that vision. Okay, and all of a sudden, maybe life throws a curveball. Like last year, COVID, like a punch in the face, a kick to the head, and pick up and slam to the ground. That's some of the feelings that I went through last year. And life brought us down. That's what it felt like. Oh my gosh, I had a vision beginning of last year that was so disrupted that I had to put that vision off to the side and refine and reclaim my vision. And then set new goals so that I can realize those visions. And so I came back, and now I'm back online. Okay, and I'm getting closer to where I want to be in my vision. And so the idea is this, is reclaiming vision, reclaiming goal setting so that it means something to you. Know where you are. Be aware of where you are and assess where you are. Decide that you are happy with where you are but not satisfied. And then say, I want to create a better tomorrow for me. Whether it's tomorrow literally or next week, next month, next year, 5 years, 10 years, doesn't matter. Okay, my goal is getting to my 100th birthday, but starting with today. Okay, but better tomorrow. So create your goals that become stepping stones. Make sure you stay on track here. And how do you know you get off track? By keeping your A game active and powerful. Awareness, assessment, and action. So no matter whether if you get off track going this way or you get off track going this way, you get back on track going this way, which is where you want to go. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm sharing with our students. Today we have a leadership training that I'm doing with our students today at Donato Karate Center, and we are talking about vision. Now, of course, at our school at Donato Karate, we're talking about being black belt and then having being a leader. So we have to help our students understand what is a black belt. The question I asked you yesterday, and I'm asking all our students, is, when I say I want to be a black belt, what does that mean? So if you know what it means to be a black belt, type it down below. And I challenged even our instructors, what does it mean to be a black belt? Kid comes up to you, hey, I want to be a black belt. What in your mind does that mean for you and for them? So that you can then explain to them. Then the next thing is leader. I'm going to teach today what it is to be a leader. And then so when I ask our instructors, what does being a leader mean? And so we're going to go deep on that. And so now when we put that together, is what I'm teaching our students at Donato Karate, being a black belt leader, what does that mean? That's what we're talking about. Because then we're going to create a vision for them. They come in, we have students in our black belt leader program. Not our basic program, but our black belt leader program. And they need to have a vision. They need to know what a black belt is. They need to know what a leader is, so that then I can help them understand what does it mean to be a black belt leader. So anything you want to do in your life, you want to make sure you know where you are. Be happy with where you are, but not satisfied. Create a vision for yourself. Create stepping stones to get to that vision. And then make sure you go straight. Remember, straight line, shortest distance between 2 points is that straight line. As you rise to the occasion to get to where you want to go, make sure when you get off track, whether you get so excited about something but you're off track, or you get so disappointed about something, you get off track, make sure you get back on track. Why? Because this vision, what you want for yourself, is that important. This is what I want for my kids. This is why, as a parent, I do everything that I do, because I have a vision for myself as a parent. And my vision for myself is this, is that yes, I want my kids to be successful in life, to appreciate life, to be happy, not satisfied. So as a parent, I lead the way in this. I am a parent that leads. I am not a parent that sits where I am and points my kids in one direction. I go in that direction and inspire my kids to follow me, which is what I do with my students. So my vision is that when I get to my 100th birthday, that I look back on my life and see that I did the best that I can to lead my kids to their vision, and that they create their steps, their goals that become stepping stones to their vision, their life, so that they can be happy, never satisfied, but always happy. Happy in the next step, next step, next step. And guess what? Once you get to this step, you add more steps. Once you get here, you're happy, not satisfied. You create a new, greater vision for yourself. That's what I'm teaching our students. That's what our Black Belt Leader Program is about. And I thought I'd share that with you guys today. Hope that makes sense, okay, guys? I know I'm all over the place here, but it does make sense if you back up a bit, okay? Reclaim the power of vision. Reclaim the power of goal setting. Have foresight. Be aware of where you are right now. Assess where you are right now, and apply the right appropriate action to move yourself to a better tomorrow by creating a vision and creating those goals. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Have a great day. Those of you Donato Karate students, message me for coming into our Black Belt Leader training today. Anyone else that's not a student at Donato Karate, reach out to me if you want to find out more about our program. Other than that, guys, have a great day. Talk to you guys next time. Take care.